Welcome back, everyone. This is day 43 of our grow, Saturday, June 5th, 2020. It's harvest day, and I am insanely excited. How many times have I said excited in this series? I don't know. But today we will harvest lettuce. So this is one of the 5. I think it's looking pretty good. Some are looking better than others, but that's to be expected. But we'll show them all to you. And not only will we harvest, but I'll show you how I package my lettuce for storage as well. So when I first started doing hydroponics, I did a lot of searching on how to store my lettuce and how people do it in production. And nobody really talks about it, or if they do talk about it, they don't talk about it in much detail. So I'm going to remedy that. I'm going to show you how I do it. And if you like it, great. If you have another method, fantastic. Tell me about it. Post the information in the show note or in the comments below. So let's get started. Before we start harvesting our lettuce, I want to show you what I use to store them with. I use these PeakFreshUSA bags. I like these a lot. As I've told you before, I sell some lettuce and I give some lettuce away. And these are not just plastic bags, but the bags have a mineral impregnated into it, and it helps absorb the off-gassing and keeps the lettuce fresh. I have used this bag, not this particular bag, but I've used this bag to store 1 head of lettuce for 4 weeks, and then I ate it, and it was fine. Amazing results. This is the non-perforated version. They sell these in 10 packs on their website, PeakFreshUSA.com, and they also sell these by the case. I buy them by the case now. But when I give them to people or sell them to people, I use these 12 by 16 inch perforated bags. So if you're transporting these and you will have a temperature change, this helps keep the condensation down. Don't get quite the amount of longevity with the lettuce with these. These will probably keep the lettuce fresh for about 2 weeks, and these for up to 4 weeks. Oh, another thing I should tell you too, this bag can be used for up to 8 weeks. So it's not a one-time use it and toss it. You can use it over and over and over again, up to 8 weeks, which is fantastic. So they're not cheap, but they're not expensive, but the return on investment is very high in my opinion, and very low plastic weight to it, so it's not like a clamshell. So, and they're a lot easier to store. I'm a big fan of Peak Fresh bags, so I'll put the information in the show notes along with a video from Peak Fresh showing how they use it for when they go to buy produce from the store. But great bags. Took me a ton of searching on the internet to find these, and I'm very excited that I did. And I'm going to show you how I use these. Let's get started. Let's check this out for a moment. Do the root structure. Peak. Yeah, hopefully you can see that. Looking pretty good. Nice white roots. And the way I do it, just take my scissors, go right there at the edge of the rock wool. Trying not to get too much of the rock wool. Then on the bottom here, you'll have, inevitably, a leaf or two that are just not right. So this one right here, let me show this to you. So if I were selling to somebody or giving it to somebody, I would probably take that piece of lettuce off. Maybe that one that has a little bit of a spot. But if it's just me, then I just eat it. Then what I'll do is I'll rinse this off in the sink under a spray of water and put it into a storage tub and put it in the fridge for about 45 minutes. people at PeakFresh say you should just chill whatever produce you have and then bag it. The key is chilling it first and then bagging it so you don't have the condensation buildup. I find that spraying it with a little bit of water helps the lettuce stay a little bit crisper. So this takes away the quote field heat off the lettuce, so it's not so, oh, I don't even know the word for it, not crisp. So that's the process, and we'll go ahead and harvest all 5 and show you each one. Here's another one. Root structure looking good. You could grow these for another week. I like 6 weeks just because the math works out better. But if you want to have a system where you grow it 7 weeks, you'll get definitely more of a size out of it. I've also done it where I'll start the seeds 3 or 4 days earlier, and that helps a lot too. And then you're still not adding any extra time from the bottom shelf, so you're still keeping the lettuce on the bottom shelf, but just gets a little bit extra growth. So yeah, those leaves look really good. Just picked off that there. It's just inevitable, at least the way I grow. Looks like one got a little bit of a tip burn there. Not too shabby. And there's another one. The roots looking good. Oops. Oh, this is the one where we had 2 growing in the same one. So that's one lettuce. And then this is the other. So when I say grow 1 per pot, this is why. This is still edible, you can eat it, but it just really doesn't add any value to the grow, in my humble opinion. But it's your lettuce. If you're gonna grow it the way you want. So that looks pretty good. Let's get these last 2. Here we have lettuce number 4. This one's probably the most funky one of the bunch. We'll harvest it and eat it anyways. Oh, I forgot to do the, yeah, those are just, it's just that's the way it works. Root check, flip it over. Yeah, got that one with a little bit of a tip burn there, and then a little bit of the yellowing. So, you know, when I'm harvesting, I'll just eat those actually. And yeah, everything else looks pretty good. Nothing too terrible. Oh, looks like you got a little bit of a, almost a little bit of a tip burn there on that leaf. So not too shabby. A little small, but it'll work. And we'll save the best for last here. This is looking good. Root reveal. And if I don't forget, I want to show you the pH and the TDS of these. So from what I've read from other growers and what I experience is the pH will go up for me fairly dramatically and the TDS will plummet, which makes sense because the lettuce is taking up the nutrient. So, and looking pretty good. Like that. Okay, we've got the funkiness at the bottom. Just peeled those off. But oh, that leaf has got a little bit of funk. So that one would probably get ripped off if I were giving it to somebody, but this one's just gonna go to my lunch. So there we go. And I'll take this whole tub and I'll give this give these all a spray of water and put it in the fridge for about 45 minutes and I'll show you how I bag it. I'll go ahead and show you what the pH and TDS is, but I want to show you one other thing really quick. So when I go to wash these buckets in these net cups, I just wanted to show you how I do it. So got this root structure here. I just rip it off and then squeeze it out, and that goes to a compost pile. And then this part right here goes to the trash. So somebody once asked me, well, will the lettuce get inhibited by having such a small net cup? I found that the answer is no. Even if I do let it grow to a larger size, the base of it here, the root of it, will smush down all this rock wool surrounding it. And then to take it out, I just have this little old screwdriver and just kind of pry it out of there. And that's all there is. And as you can see, there's a little bit of a algae growth there. So when I go to wash, I usually take all my net cups and put it in a little bucket with some soapy water, spraying a little bit of bleach solution. It's overkill, I'm sure, but that's what I do. So let's check out the pH and the TDS. So pH, take a minute here. See if I can get that on camera for you. Not too shabby. Around a 6-7. That's pretty decent. If I grow it for longer, I've seen it get up to 7.1, but that has been with different nutrient formulas as well. And the total dissolved solids, the pH we started with, if you recall, was 5.6. So it went from a 5.6 to a 6.7, which is a pretty significant jump. And then the TDS, if I can read it without my glasses, about a 590. Well, I'm kind of jumping around a little bit there. We'll call it a 590. How's that sound? So, as I said, if you grow it for a little bit longer, it'll continue to go down, but once the nutrient gets more depleted, you'll start to see things like spotting on your lettuce. So it's up to you. There's a fine balance of how long to grow and the quality of the product that you get in return for it. Well, it's been a little over 45 minutes. Gave me a chance to get something to eat, which is nice. So this is how we do it. This is how I do it, I should say. Take the bag, put it inside out. Take one of the heads of lettuce. Put my hands around that lettuce. Squeeze it down. Twist tie. I think I bought these on eBay. I think I got them 1,000 for like $7 or something along those lines. There we go. There's one. I'll show you the vented one as well. So when I write it for other people, I use the vented ones. And I like to kind of put the bottom of the lettuce in that little corner there. Squeeze it down. Give it a little bit of a shake. And peel it back like so. They can see what they're getting. Pretty cool. So that's the procedure. That's how I do it. Put them in the fridge. As I said, these with the perforated bags, 2 weeks solid. And with these, I've done it for up to 4 weeks. 4 weeks in the fridge, and it was still good. So you'll see that the bottom of the lettuce will start to get a little bit of browning at the tip there. And it's fine. I usually just chop off that bottom 1/4 inch from the lettuce and I eat the rest. So we're all bagged up. 5 heads of lettuce. Fantastic. One thing that we do is when we use the bags, put a little mark on the edge there in Sharpie, just so we know how many times we used it. When you do go to reuse it, just rinse the bag out really well, dry it off with a paper towel, and then it'll be ready for the next time. But PeakFreshUSA sells boxes of 10 of the non-perforated bags, and 10 should last you several months if you keep track of how much you use. So something to keep in mind. I did a lot of research on storage solutions, if you will, for my lettuce, and this is the best one that I found. I like it. The people that I sell to or give to like it once I explain to them how the PeakFresh bags work, and then they use it for other produce they buy from the supermarket. We have wild berries that we harvest on our property, and we collect those. We get a few extra days out of the wild berries. Usually they rot pretty quick. So this is a fantastic product. They've given me absolutely nothing to promote this. This is one of those products that I really like. So hope this information is useful to you. And now we continue on with our normal procedure. These are the starters from day 29. These are ready to go into individual buckets with full nutrient. Here we have lettuce from day 22. So these have another week on the bottom shelf. Looking pretty good. And then we have our lettuce from day 15. And this is ready to go on to the center shelf, which we just harvested. So, all looking pretty good. I'm happy with it. Now I'll get these 5 loaded up, ready to put on the shelf. So we have all these loaded up into individual buckets, full nutrient, day 29 lettuce. Here is the mammoth basil, looking pretty good. These are starting to get close to that mammoth stage. So it'll be interesting to see how this comes in the end, but so far it looks pretty good. Happy about that. Take a peek at our sage. No new activity, no root. Checked the pH, lowered it down because the pH was high again. Shocker. And as a bonus, I just wanted to show this to you. This is the sage that I took the cutting from. And look at that. It's going to flower. Very nice. Oh, if you do decide to grow basil, basil flowers are delicious. So there's dwarf Greek basil, I believe it's called, and they will produce an abundance of flowers, and they come in pretty easy. Just give it enough time and enough light and they'll start flowering. But just thought I'd show that to you. This is day 36, our starters from day 36, ready to be thinned down and be given their initial nutrient. That's fantastic. And this is the salad mix from day 36. So we have enough coming in. I'm going to put this in full nutrient today. Day 36 starters, thinned out in partial nutrient, pH adjusted. Our salad mix, day 36, now in full nutrient. Should be ready in another 3 weeks. I don't know why I don't do more of these little salad mixes. They just turn out really nice. Maybe I'll go back to doing it again. And day 43 starters for our Paris Island romaine. Only thing left is to load up the rack. And the rack is all loaded up. Top shelf, we have our lettuce from day 8, along with our mammoth basil. I'll be harvesting that lettuce next week. On the center shelf, we have our lettuce from day 15, along with our sage cutting. And on the bottom, we have our 2 sets of 5 individual buckets, starters from today, last week, and lettuce mix that we started last week. If you made it all the way through this, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope this information has been useful for you, that you've benefited from seeing a full grow cycle, what it's like to grow using the suspended pot non-circulating hydroponic method, or the Kratky method. This is how I Kratky. Once again, thanks for coming along. I'll catch you next time.